grew up on the north end of Detroit, which was not like the extreme ghetto, but I never knew I was poor till I moved away from there. So I had a really good childhood. I enjoyed myself. I had a lot of friends in the neighborhood. Dinah Ross grew up right like 4 doors down the street from me.
When they would be rehearsing with the Miracles in the basement, I would sit there and listen to them sing.
She always wanted to sing. She would come down to my house and sing and what have you when the Miracles and I were rehearsing. And
he was just someone we looked up to. He was Smokey.
And Aretha Franklin lived right around the corner.
We've been friends forever. We will be friends forever.
We all played together as kids. And I've known Aretha since I was probably 6 years old.
And he was so fabulous, it was ridiculous.
My mama told me, you better shop around. Oh, yeah.
I met Berry Gordy quite by chance. Jackie Wilson was my #1 singing idol as a kid growing up. I like to know who the writers are. So Berry Gordy had written all of the hit records for Jackie Wilson up to that point. We got a chance to go to audition for Jackie Wilson's managers.
They were exciting and young.
They didn't like us.
I felt so sorry for the group, and I went out in the hallway when they left just to tell them that was not the end of the world. And so I said, my name was Berry Gordy.
And my bottom lip hit the floor. How could he be Berry Gordy? He's only 18. That's what I thought, you know, because that's how he looked. So I said, man, I got all your songs.
So I felt that he couldn't have too bad a taste, you know, so
I couldn't even speak.
And I knew then that he had something really, really special.
Said, if you feel like giving me a lifetime of devotion, I second that emotion.
He was there at the beginning of the company with Berry Gordy.
When you saw one, you saw the other. They dressed alike, they talked alike, and they thought alike.
I call him the tornado beneath my wings.
We're going to make music. We're going to make music for everybody. We're going to make music around the world.
We just wanted to make music, wanted to make good music, wanted to sing.
I wish I had known on that day that we were going to make history, that we were not just going to make music, we're going to make history.
It was about the music, it was about the work. No personal egos or politics and all that stuff.
They were realizing their dreams and giving love to a whole lot of people.
But you don't know that you're making history. You don't know. You're just a bunch of young people making music and doing what you love and making some hits.
Went out to play, but in the game I lost you.
I think my favorite songs of Smokey's, ooh, baby, baby, something like that.
Smokey has been just an incredible force in Motown. So I don't think you'll see another Smokey Robinson for ever. I will build you a castle with a tower so high it reaches the moon. There we will gather melodies from birdies that fly and compose you a tune. Give you lovin', warm as mama's oven. And if that don't do, I'll try something new. You know, when I heard that, I realized I have a little genius on my hands.
I am so blessed because I live a life that I absolutely love. I live my childhood dream.
He looked at me as a great songwriter when we met. But for the great songwriter to say, this is genius, you know, this is something that I cannot do.
It's the simplicity and the realness of Smokey's writings that's where the true beauty lies.
To be able to put together a song that touches people's hearts, that's a very special gift.
Here was a guy who could write a song called My Guy. Nothing you could do could make me untrue to my guy. And then the next year write My Girl, and both songs are totally different. I've got sunshine. And both are smashes. I mean, that is a genius if I've ever seen one.
So he was that kind of guy. Smokey ran out of the studio and said, hey, come on, everybody, let's cut this record. He said, okay, is everybody ready? He didn't give us any lyrics or anything. And we said, yeah. Then he went, lum-de-lum-de-lie. And the next thing you know, Mickey's Monkey was recorded.
Actually, Smokey discovered Diana Ross. Smokey actually introduced me to Gordy.
He said, you know, you have to wait till they graduate from high school and then you can record them. So I did. I waited till they graduated from high school and I've recorded 2 or 3 records on them. Didn't get a hit, sorry to say.
Smokey wrote some songs for us at first. The first song was One Night Love Making, Next Day Heartbreaking Guy.
I realized that Smokey was probably the most romantic poet that there has ever been.
Smokey's got it, and he's it.
You know, he is a person who has made the world such a better place.
He stood in front of a segregated audience in the South and said, don't touch another one of our people. This is love music, and we're not going to fight, we're going to dance. Leave us alone and back off. And they did.
Smokey's music makes you feel.
Always basically write about something about love because love is the most powerful emotion that we have.
Maybe you wanna give me kisses sweet, but only for one night with no repeat.
He's a love person. You know, it's about love.
He's just a fine, fine person. He is the epitome of a good friend.
I feel about him the way I feel about no one else.
You can see clear through his beautiful eyes and know that he's a good man and has a good spirit.
His music really defines kind of who he is. And he has created the soundtrack of our lives.
I second that emotion.